Clive Davis party, obviously, it's a whole different feel tonight with the news of Whitney.
Yeah, what a tragedy.
Whitney Houston, that was singing, growing up. That was the best of the best. So I remember watching The Bodyguard as a kid and hearing her albums, and I just thought she was rad. So I think tonight, obviously, it's a bit soon, but I think everybody's going to have a really great opportunity to celebrate her and hold her memory in high regard.
I was just getting ready a couple hours ago and heard on the news. So I'm really saddened that we lost an amazing American hero tonight. We really did. One of the true, most amazing vocalists ever. And it's always sad to know that someone with that impact that she had on people all over the world, she's gone. But we'll remember her for her amazing vocal ability and for what she brought to the music industry.
I don't know what I could say that hasn't probably already been said or will be said for the rest of the evening. I mean, it's such a somber evening, especially with the party that is tonight. And, she was one of Clive's biggest stars, and it's, I can't think of anything else other than saying it's a complete tragedy. And it's, I hope that, anytime we do lose such an iconic artist, that we can really focus on the absolute gargantuan kind of contribution she gave, both with her talent and her voice, and I hope we can really focus on that and really celebrate what she has now left behind. And it's so unfortunate, man. It's such a bummer.
I heard it on the car ride coming over here tonight, and it just takes me back to my childhood and stuff. Really growing up with that woman's voice, the Bodyguard soundtrack. I loved that soundtrack, and I got the privilege of meeting her here at this party last year, and I was so excited to take a picture with her and stuff. So very sad.
I was shocked and incredibly surprised and very saddened because I saw her was it 6 months ago at a party in London, and it was a private party actually. And she asked her press agent if she could have a picture taken with me. And I said, well, I want a picture taken with her. So I said to Percy, my husband, I hope you've got those pictures on your cell phone. Yeah, she was a wonderful, wonderful singer and a fantastic actress, which I think a lot of people forget. She was a fantastic actress, particularly in The Bodyguard. So she'll be very much missed.
Well, shock. There's no other way to describe it. When anyone famous dies, especially when they're young, you're not supposed to die young, and shock is the only thing you can think of. Shock.
Well, first of all, we didn't believe it. Nobody really believed that. We thought there was just a really terrible rumor. And I kept trying to reach Mark, and I kept trying to reach Clive and Ricky Minor. And when I spoke to Ricky, he said it was true. And we didn't know what to do. We were just waiting to know what we should do. Should we still try to celebrate? Should we be here? We didn't know what to do.
She was such an inspiration, though, to all women and singers.
The voice, her voice, and we're very sad.
What are your fondest memories, or what do you think of when you think of Whitney?
I think of the singing the national anthem. You remember that moment?
Morrison.
Just gives you goosebumps just to think about it.
How much is she an influence on you over the years?
Big time.
Yeah.
And she was also very kind to me, too. Very kind. She talked about my music. She knew, song titles and lyrics to my songs. She sent me flowers once. I really liked her. She was really always very kind to me.
When I first heard her many years ago, I called Clive Davis. I said, you really have the real artist. She's one of the greatest singers I ever heard.
She's an icon. She is one of the American idols. Not to be cheesy about it, but she is someone who will always be like everyone. That voice when you hear it.
Someone just asked me earlier if I ever covered Whitney Houston, and I didn't have the guts ever. I mean, she's absolutely amazing, and it's good to know though that she went out with such this legacy, that she set this different standard for vocalists, and we should always look up to her and know all the work she put in and the amazing talent that she had.
I think shock is kind of probably the main thing that everybody's probably dealing with right now, because we all know that coming here. So we'll see how the night plays out. But I think if all of our memories and thoughts are all positive and celebratory, I think we can hold her memory high.